It is very late. Where have I been? Where's Steve? Are we going to beat Steve down the stairs? Whoa. Impossible. If I could only charge out of the gate the way T-Rex charges out of the gate and run down or launch down the national head wall with the vigor that Steve launches down those stairs, I could be one of the greatest skiers ever. You guys train me? Skiing. We are surf ski weather here, right? Let's start with the ski part. The very top 100 feet of Mount Washington, 4 inches of snow yesterday with more than an inch liquid equivalent. That is good base material. And the sun is out. Gorgeous. Gorgeous start on top of Mount Washington, where I think it's a little less windy there than it is here. Only about 17 miles an hour. We'll call it a draw. And for the second morning in a row, we have these instability clouds with scattered showers, especially over Cape Cod. Brandon Nguyen in Harwich got the goods this morning. Thank you, Brandon. Another rainbow morning, second in a row. And when you see a rainbow, you know that it's rain, not snow. The snow level's pretty high. Although Dennis in Winthrop yesterday says when that downpour came through about 4 o'clock or so, there was some frozen hydrometeors, some grapple, with those showers that came across yesterday afternoon. For most of the day, I was not seeing them. I mean, I could see them on the horizon, but it was dry here until, I'll tell you later. Anyhow, Dennis, you didn't get a shot of the grapple for me, huh? How about surfing? It's up to 4 feet, 9 seconds at the Boston Buoy this morning. The water temperature, though, down to 59 degrees. So once your water temperature gets below 60, it becomes a little bit more hardcore in the surfing department. So we do have surf ski weather technically today. And this may be the last day that I talk about the remnant DNA of post-tropical cyclone Philippe, which is now merged with that system that crossed the country. It's a 972 millibar low way out there, but its tentacles stretch all the way back to New England. And go to the Ocean Prediction Center. The OPC, Ocean Prediction Center. And if you look at the top of the map there, developing hurricane force storm for Greenland. That's going to be that winter cane hurricane-like situation. And it's going to sort of merge with the leftover of our system where it started snowing in Mount Washington Sunday, October 8th. So that's really, and the system came in on Saturday the 7th. So it's been here now for about 11 days. Okay, got to go round up a cat. There he goes in a different direction. I learned my lesson with this before. Steve, this way. Come on. Look at that. He's almost like a dog. Come on, Steve. Yeah, good kitty. Have you ever trained a cat to be like a dog? T-Rex and Steve getting along great. And we know we got to do this while we're on the roll here. Why don't we go check our precipitation? Peter Lavasco in Gloucester. Yesterday, the HRR said 1.8 inches of rain for you. And I said, let's take the under. And sure enough, it was under, but not by much. 1.1 inch rain in Gloucester. Wow. Meanwhile, barely enough to wet my late season harvest in my red bucket. Let's go check the rain bucket. I was just surrounded yesterday. I was trying to make time lapse of a shower coming in, but they kept missing. So here is the official Coco Raz rainfall for the last 24 hours. 0.03. 0.03. That makes 0.07 in the last 2 days. But we'll take it on a Monday and a Tuesday. Let's look at the surface charts for today. Look at that. Hey, there's no orange dash over New England. It's just a high pressure system, but there's a little green there. That's for this afternoon. Oh, and then this evening, the orange dash is back. That's a surface trough, and that's coming around the backside of our old low. Do you see what I see? Oh my goodness, what a beautiful cloud. That one is headed for probably Scituate, Massachusetts. We have some real beautiful chunky cumulus, and that cloud top looks like it goes up to about 15,000 feet. So it's low-topped convection is what we call it. Maybe some ocean effect enhancement because the water temperature is close to 60 and the freezing level again today is at about 5,000 feet. So that creates instability. Warm, humid air underneath cold air advection continues. This is wind from the north. Look at the barometer this morning, the blue numbers on here. We've been talking about this. I'll talk more about this. Barometer yesterday was at about 1,000 millibars. Today it's up to 1,010 millibars. So we're getting back into the higher barometer cold. And if you look at the satellite imagery off to our west, underneath the center of that high, look at all those low clouds and fog. So when that high gets over us tonight and tomorrow, each night we're going to have radiational cooling. Those low clouds and fog will prevent a hard freeze, but there'll be many locations that get a frost, and some frozen fog is in the forecast tomorrow morning in the colder spots, thinking Linda and Princeton, Massachusetts, for the next 2 mornings. So you get high pressure coming in on a Wednesday and a Thursday. That must mean that there's a weekend storm. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a weekend storm. And it's definitely going to be a headache until it gets by here. So the front, one of the aspects of this weekend storm, not only energy from the Pacific, but also the energy that went south. Record cold this morning in Texas and Florida. And so that cold front went all the way to Honduras and El Salvador. And that energy is part, that warm and humid energy that's south of that front is part of this weekend storm. So it's all the way down in Central America. So this rich tropical moisture is not going to get involved until late in the forecast period. So you get the low pressure system, the primary low coming into the Great Lakes. There it is. There's another low kind of over the St. Lawrence Valley. And then there's our 1,000 millibar low over at the coast of North Carolina. And that leaves 3 different energy centers that have to combine into one. Yesterday, it had a 973 east of Massachusetts within 24 hours. That would have been bombogenesis. Now it's got a 981 low near eastern Maine, sort of where Philippe went in. And that is no longer considered bombogenesis, and it's a further east and south track. So there is a chance that much of New England will get showers coming in on Friday as the first front advances. Then when the southern part of this thing comes at us, much of it may stay just offshore and clip Maine, a little like the pattern we had when Philippe went in. This looks a lot like the track of Philippe, but it's not going to take a left into Canada, and it's going to get very windy and cold on the backside Sunday night and Monday. That's real cold wind coming in. More snow on top of Mount Washington. Snow guns coming on at many of our ski areas, hopefully Killington. It's going to be close, but that high comes in and get very cold here Monday night, Tuesday, and then there's a reverse on that, and we start warming up again in the middle of next week, and then a powerhouse of a storm comes in off the Pacific again, and up in the upper left there, that looks like a blizzard on the Montana, Alberta, Canada border in about 10 days. To catch all that, Hurricane Tammy still forecast to form and stay way out. Now, looking at this cloud, you can see precipitation coming out on my side of the cloud. Right there. How's the audio? I turned off the stereo. So that is probably snow way up there around 8,000 feet and then kind of evaporating and turning into virga as it falls. But real interesting sky. I spent hours yesterday trying to make time lapse of a shower coming at me. I mean, it took up most of my day. And it didn't start raining until we got in the car and started headed for the Queen concert, which was awesome. And we got out of the car right when it stopped raining, which was one of my predictions and prayers. And it was a nice night. It was a great night. So I'm probably going to scrap all my time lapse I made yesterday and just play some Queen music with the possibility that I'm going to get a copyright infringement. But sometimes what happened, like say with the Eagles concert, share your revenue with the artist. So I shared my $1.50 I make on each video from advertising on YouTube. I'll have to share my $1.50 with Queen. Adam Lambert, been there for 10 years. Changed his clothes 10 times yesterday. That was cool. So a mixture of time lapse. Maybe I'll use my web camera and some Queen music together. There is the Lynx. Privateer interpretation. flying the Bruins flag. Guess we're going for a happy hour today. Yep. Going on a tall ship schooner. That'll be in tomorrow's Out the Door weather and more. Very fun cloud day today. Wouldn't you say? One o'clock update. We're not going to go for a walk out this door, but we're going out the door. We'll go for a walk, Rex, and while we're on our walk, I'm going to set up the tripod. We get a bunch of heavier showers moving down between 128 and 495. But you can make out a shower now coming into, looks like perhaps Everett or Nahant and Winthrop. And you can see the curtain of gray coming down from the cloud to the ground. And that's a sprinkle now. We'll see if it turns into a shower, and we'll leave this on a time lapse, T-Rex, while we go for a walk up the hill. What do you say? Yes. What do you see, Rex? What do you see? Leif, responsible for getting the links. See if we can't mix in a little bit more interesting cloud action. There's some really fun clouds. I'm going to try a few attempts at a time lapse. I know I can do the web camera time lapse, but I can't really zoom in on the web camera the way I can on the iPhone 15 Pro. 11 minutes, 23 seconds. Won't know until I check it. It's been a half hour. To the naked eye, not much going on, but I can see that the flag is much more still now. Instead of the air moving laterally from the north, it's moving more up. It's ascending, rising air, because it's a low pressure system nearby. Beautiful black bottom cloud. About 5 raindrops coming out of the sky, very small raindrops. You may have noticed a new flag went up. Incidentally, I accidentally opened a flag that I bought, and it was an Air Force flag. If there are any Air Force veterans or current standing need an Air Force flag, let me know. I'll mail it right to you. Maybe I'll bring it to the VFW or the Legion. Out the door. It just stopped raining. How does that happen? It's like magic. Another forecast comes true. It's about to start raining again, but
you will not let me go. Let me go. This little log will not let you go. Let me go. Will not let me go. Let me go. Will not let me go. Let me go. Oh, no, 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 no. Mamma mia, mamma mia.
I think he's kicking us out. It's not raining. And I got the band with me. 8:19, we're almost there. We almost made it on time, which is kind of really close. 107 right now. 107 right now.
Just like Marie Antoinette, feeling down on your feet. And anytime an invitation you catch a eye. Honey, orange cigarettes, well, what's your etiquette? Extraordinarily nice. She's a killer, freedom, opportunity, dynamite with a laser beam, guaranteed to blow your mind. Anytime. Please, get real loud for the guitar god himself, Sir Brian May! And the drumming demon, Roger Taylor! Just